Moin Leute, Harry wieder am Start. So today I want to figure out if you can actually keep a pet in the ghetto for free. So that's why I'm here. Oh, you can't really see it. That's why I'm here in the streets. Just for the video, guys. Just for videos. I'm rich, trust me. You know? And let's find out together. Right, guys, as you guys can see, I cleaned up. So this is where the jar is gonna go. Yo guys, it's me, background Harald. I'm a bit sick, but I'm here to commentate. And basically, the idea is well, the original idea was to make like an enclosed ecosystem where I can have nature living in harmony, but it didn't really work out because I didn't have enough light. So I changed it to be a terrarium in this glass. However, I don't want to spoil the actual process of making it, so let's check out what I did. Alright guys, interestingly enough, we didn't actually have to go too far to get into nature, which is pretty cool. Dude, this river is definitely very interesting. I may wanna return to this later to get some stuff, but right now what we're interested in is gravel. Because like I said, we need like a substrate layer. So what we can do is we can just get some of those pebbles, get enough to fill the bottom of a jar. Now we definitely have to be careful because one cigarette alone can poison up to 6 liters of water. And last time I went here, I saw a drug deal go down like Breaking Bad style. So we should probably focus on rocks that are easy to clean, so we can get all the substances and all the chemicals off of them. Because the tank is gonna, well, like the ecosystem is gonna rely on beneficial bacteria living on the surface areas of those rocks. And obviously, if there's just a bit of nicotine in there, we're all gonna die. So we wouldn't want that to happen. Oh guys, look at this. This is perfect. So much dead wood, so much moss and stuff. Definitely just gonna yoink some. Hope nobody is watching. No, that's perfect. That's perfect. Let's see. Let's get some moss. Oop. Make sure to always take just a little bit of moss so the rest can grow back. Let's take some moss. Dude, what is this? Dude, this would look great in an aquarium. But I don't know if it's aquarium safe. Wow. Oh, and as you guys can see, there are some little critters on there. Oh, that's exactly what we need. But let's focus on that later. Here are some sticks. Some leaves. Just perfect. Alright. Alright, next up we need to get our hands on some little critters. Okay. Oh shit, there's an ant's nest. That's not what I wanted to get. Okay. Let me get the ants out of here. Oh no, there's loads of ants. Okay, hold up. Let me improvise. Let me just put some foliage in here. And then I'll just take an isopod, put it in here. So when the ants can go on their merry way. Didn't mean to disturb them. There are a bunch of little critters living in this. Some nutrient-rich soil with some critters in there. Oh, some dead wood. This is perfect, guys. So there's some moving stuff, which is perfect. That's gonna go into the tank. Then also what we got are some leaves and some rocks. Let me just put them here. Some leaves, some rock, some moss, which we can use to scape our terrarium. And then these rocks. Now I definitely have to clean these rocks because there are lots of potentially poisonous materials in there. Alright guys, here are all the rocks, and I also got this big rock because isopods love hiding in these big rocks, which I think is really cool. So we definitely gotta clean all of those. Ooh, almost fell down. And now for probably the most thrilling part about the whole project is you can start filling in the jar. So I'm just gonna take the rocks and put them in. I'm gonna cut out a shape roughly the size of this, maybe a bit smaller, and then I'm gonna poke holes in it. Luckily, I just happen to have this knife lying around, which I bought for, believe it or not, $7 from a Native American. So hell yeah, guys. Oops. Now, look at this. The plastic should keep most of the water above in order to keep a high humidity. So if we now put in some water, we should see some of the water up here, which we do, and then it will slowly go down here through the holes. Dude, why is my camera so bad, bro? Yeah, that's exactly what we want. Maybe I should make the holes a bit bigger. Bro, the second the sun goes away, my video quality plummets. Anyways, this is what we have right now. It seems to be working. So, let's start putting in some stuff. Right guys, so this is what it looks like right now. Now you don't have to be a landscape engineer in order to make a jar that looks as good as mine does. But as you guys can see, there's like a really thick layer of soil with a bunch of decaying material, and then on top is a layer of moss. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw away all of this stuff. So now the final step is to fill the jar with water. However, it's important not to use too much water. Most people use a spray bottle, but I'm broke. So I'm just gonna do this. It should be enough for now. Now I'm gonna close the jar. However, I took out the rubber band because the rubber band is gonna seal it up airtight, and then if I do that, all of the organisms would die. However, I also don't want organisms to be all over my apartment, so I'm just gonna close it like this. Air should be passing through, and we'll see how this develops. No guys, just got home, and it looks like nothing. I don't know, let's see. Okay, looks like everything is fine. The moss is still alive and it smells. Oh, I already had the light on. And it smells like everything is alive, nothing rotted. So this is like 3-4 days, actually no, a bit more. There's no point in filming this, bro. But it's still alive and well. It's the next day, and as you guys can see, there's some sunlight coming through. Well, some is a stretch, but yeah. So now, here's what the terrarium looks like right now. I rearranged the moss a little bit, and as you guys can see, look at this. A pet snail. Let's go. Let's go. So you can definitely have pets. Whoa, I almost just fell down. Oh my god. You definitely can have pets for free. But let's see how long how long this lasts. No. So I was just eating and no. I think we just missed it, guys. There was a worm going through the substrate, but it's gone. But guys, you will not believe what happened. I'm so excited. Look at this. Oh, I don't think my camera is focusing on it. Look at this. Dude, I don't even know what this is. Looks like a fly or something. Looks like it came out of a terrarium. And also, look, the moss got some new sprouts going on. The moss is doing really well. When I have to keep the lid open so the thing can fly out. That is fucking amazing, bro. Alright guys, so a little bit over a month ago, I set up this terrarium, which was originally supposed to be an enclosed ecosystem. However, well, that didn't really work out. So instead I decided to go for this design, right? And look at this. The moss is looking absolutely amazing. So yeah, that definitely answers the question. Yes, you can get a pet or terrarium for free. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more content. Haut rein. Ciao.